Then will be on landmarks. So first of all, what is a landmark? A landmark is a famous place. Many people know about it. It's easy to recognize or fun. It can be a building, statue, or a natural place. So both of these. So first off, just to review, there are 7 continents in the world. You have North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica. People live everywhere except Antarctica because it's really cold there. So the first landmark we're going to look at is the Eiffel Tower, which is located in France. And France is a country in Europe and is very tall. So a world fair is when everyone in the world, every inventor basically comes together and shows off their different inventions. Many tourists or people visit every year. People who visit other countries are called tourists. Beautiful lights at night because the Eiffel Tower has lights in the night. And visitors can go to the very top for a city view, abbreviated USA. This is located in New York City. There is a large green statue of a woman holding a torch. This was actually given to the United States of America by France. In 8, which means the choice to do people arriving by boat, specifically to Ellis Island. Visitors can go inside the statue. So the next one is the Taj Mahal, which is in India. It's in North India. It's located in Agra. Okay, I'll try to speak up. Is this better? The Taj Mahal is located in Agra, India. There's a white marble building, and it was built by a king for his wife. It took many years to complete, and it changes color in the sunlight. It is a very popular tourist attraction. Now we're going to watch a short video about it.
This is Mabel, and she's about to use
The credits of the video go to Free School.
technology to explore the animal world.
Renowned worldwide for its beauty and symmetry, the Taj Mahal is the most famous landmark in India. Located near the city of Agra, the Taj Mahal attracts millions of visitors each year. Its name is Persian for crown of palaces, is an elaborate mausoleum or tomb. It was built by Mahal, who had died. Shah Jahan met his future wife when he was 15 years old, and she was 14, as the two loved each other and were good friends as well. Shah Jahan gave his wife the title Mumtaz Mahal, which means chosen one of the palace, and together they had 14 children. It was while giving birth to her final child in 1631 that Mumtaz Mahal died. Shah Jahan was heartbroken and decided to build a memorial for his beloved wife in Agra, on the banks of the Yamuna River. Construction of the Taj Mahal began in 1632. It was an immense project, More than 20,000 workers were involved, and materials were transported by more than 1,000 elephants. The style of the buildings was inspired by Persian, Islamic, and Indian. About 12 years to build, but the work was not over yet. The tomb itself is only part of a much larger complex and is surrounded by elaborate gardens with pathways and pools of water that are positioned to catch beautiful reflections. There are also minarets, a mosque, and a gateway. Construction of the rest of the complex took an additional 10 years, meaning that the entire project took 22 years to build. The cost is estimated to have been 32 million Indian rupees, an equivalent of about 827 million US dollars today. It is said that Shah Jahan planned to build a second Taj Mahal across the river from the first, made completely of black marble, as his own tomb. But when his son overthrew him and rose to power, the plans were discarded. Whether this is true or not, it is probably true that Shah Jahan did not plan to be buried in the Taj Mahal with his wife, but that is where his son buried him when he died. A slightly larger tomb for Shah Jahan was added next to Mumtaz Mahal's, marking the only place in the tomb that the symmetry is broken. Shah Jahan and his queen are not actually buried in the tombs that are on display. Those are empty. Instead, their bodies are buried beneath the Taj Mahal. Through the centuries, the Taj Mahal has survived. It has been described as poetry in stone and a teardrop on the cheek of time, and has been designated a World Heritage Site for being the jewel of Muslim art in India and a universally admired masterpiece. Today it is a symbol of India and one of the most famous landmarks in the world, as well as an enduring symbol of a love that was meant to last forever. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Taj Mahal today. Goodbye till next time.
So I hope that gave a little more insight on what the Taj Mahal is and how it was built. So moving on, we are going to the Great Wall of China. China is a country in Asia. It is, I would say, maybe kind of close to India, maybe the northern part. It is a very long wall across China. It is built to protect the country, protect so invaders and other people could not get inside the borders. It goes over mountains and land. Soldiers once guarded it. Soldiers are people whose job is to protect. Some parts of the wall are old and broken, but many people can still walk on the parts today. This is why it has become a really interesting tourist spot as well. Next is Christ the Redeemer in Brazil. It is located in Rio de Janeiro, which is the capital of Brazil, and Brazil is a country in South America. It is a large statue of Jesus, and this is largely centered around the religion of Christianity. It is on top of a mountain, and it was finished in 1931. It overlooks the city, as you can see in this image, and it is now one of the new 7 wonders of the world. So it is a very large statue. Once you go up to it, you can see that there are many small people at the bottom, and you can kind of see the whole city of Rio. And it's meant to be welcoming. As you can see, Jesus' hands are outstretched, and it's supposed to be a powerful symbol. Next are the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Pyramids are triangular structures built out of sand, stone, and clay. The pyramids are actually located in Egypt. Egypt is a country in North Africa. It is located near Cairo, and Cairo is the capital of Egypt. It was built thousands of years ago, much, much longer than you and I have been on this earth. It was built very, very long ago, and originally it was tombs for Egyptian kings. And kings are men that rule over a large area. India has had many kings or maharajas. So similarly, Egyptians had kings. It is made of large stone blocks, which are very, very tall, and it is still a mystery on how it was built because they didn't have any modern tools to use to build it. That was all labor that they had to do by themselves. So it was a very impressive task as they only had their hands and only their bodies to work with. They might have some simple tools that could have helped them move materials, but they didn't have any modern technology that could help them build it like that. So we're gonna watch another video just to give a little more insight on what exactly the pyramids of Giza are. And
Looking for tax help?
the credits again go to Free School.
Now there are TurboTax experts right in your neighborhood.
Thousands of years ago, Egypt was home to one of the richest and most powerful civilizations in the world. Their art and culture continues to fascinate people even today, and one of the most impressive legacies they left behind is their pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the only surviving wonder of the ancient world, and the complex of pyramids and other structures on the Giza Plateau near Cairo, Egypt, is a World Heritage Site for its importance to history. You might be surprised to learn that these famous pyramids are not the only pyramids in Egypt. In fact, there are more than 100 of them, most much smaller than the Great Pyramid, and many very damaged. Ancient Egyptians believed that after death, people would continue to live very much like they had when they were alive, and so they buried people with things that they thought they would need. At first, people were buried in the dry desert sand, but the graves were dug up by wild animals and people who wanted to steal the things they were buried with. Egyptians began to build flat tombs, called mastabas, out of mud bricks or stone. Then, about 4,500 years ago, an architect named Imhotep had the idea to build a stack of mastabas on top of each other, each one smaller than the last. The result was what we call a step pyramid, a giant stairway meant to help the soul of the pharaoh climb into the heavens. So began a period of nearly 1,000 years of pyramid building in Egypt. After the first step pyramids were constructed, a pharaoh named Snefru decided that he wanted a smooth-sided pyramid for his tomb. This proved difficult to accomplish, and Snefru had 3 pyramids built before he was satisfied. This third pyramid, the Red Pyramid, is believed to be the first true pyramid built in Egypt. The pharaoh who followed Snefru, Khufu, decided to build his own pyramid, bigger and better than the Red Pyramid. The result was the Great Pyramid of Giza, the largest pyramid ever built. Construction of the Great Pyramid likely took between 10 and 20 years. It was originally 481 feet or 146.5 meters high, making it the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. The building of such an enormous pyramid was a monumental feat. People have wondered for thousands of years how it was possible to build something so huge with the technology available to the ancient Egyptians. The Great Pyramid is estimated to be made of 2.3 million blocks of stone. The largest of these blocks weigh between 25 and 80 metric tons and were transported from more than 500 miles or 800 kilometers away. The pyramid was originally encased in polished white limestone. Most of these stones have been removed over the millennia, meaning that when the pyramid was new, it would have looked very different than it does today. Khufu had other things built on the Giza Plateau, including 2 mortuary temples to honor him after his death, and 3 small pyramids for his wives to be buried in. The other 2 large pyramids on the Giza Plateau were built by Khufu's son, the pharaoh Khafre, and his grandson, Hure. Khafre's pyramid complex includes a unique feature: the Great Sphinx, a huge guardian statue with the head of a man and the body of a lion. It is one of the oldest and largest statues in the world, measuring nearly 240 feet or 73 meters long from paw to tail, and 66 feet or 20 meters high. Deep inside the pyramids lay burial chambers for the pharaoh's body, and any treasures and items they would need for the afterlife. The pharaohs knew that their treasure would be desired by robbers, and so they tried to guard it. Sometimes they used fake burial chambers or hidden passages to try and keep thieves out, but unfortunately, most of their treasures were stolen long ago. Still, the pyramids themselves remain, and stand as monuments to these long-dead pharaohs. Millions of people visit them each year to marvel at the ancient tombs and learn about the history of Egypt. I hope you enjoyed learning about Egyptian pyramids today. Goodbye till next time.
Okay, I hope that was informative as well. And we are going to move on. So this next one actually is called the Colosseum, and it is in Italy, which is a country in Europe. And actually, I went to Italy just a month ago, so I have seen the Colosseum in real life, and I have been inside of it. And it is located in Rome, Italy, which is the capital. It is a large round arena, which means it's shaped like a circle. It was used for fights and shows long ago. There were people called gladiators, and gladiators are people who would fight. And often, which means a lot of the time, the emperor or the king of Rome would make gladiators fight each other or fight different animals in the in the arena inside the Colosseum, and it would be for entertainment. As you can see, it is very big, and when I went there, it was very, very large. It took 3 hours to go through the entire thing. It held thousands of people, so anybody could go inside and watch any of the fights. And it is very, very old, as it was used during the Roman Empire, which was thousands of years ago. But it is still standing. And once again, it is a popular tourist site. Next, we have the Sydney Opera House in Australia. Australia is a is a country. It's something weird about Australia is that it is a country and it is a continent. So this one is located in Sydney, Australia. It has white roofs like sails. This here is a building. It looks like it's a boat or something, but it's actually a building. And it is used for music and performances, specifically opera, which are people singing very, very high notes. It opened in 1973. It is near the water, and it is a very famous modern building. Next is Mount Fuji, Japan. I also have been to this mountain. I've been to the top of it around maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It is a very tall mountain in Japan, and Japan is located on the west coast of Asia. It is covered with snow at the top, which means snow is on the mountain. But an interesting fact is that it is also a volcano, which means it can erupt. Many people climb this mountain. It is an important symbol of Japan. It can be seen in many, many pictures. Here, I have also been to Big Ben, which is in England, and England is a country in Europe, part of the United Kingdom. It is located in London, which is the capital of England, and it is a famous clock tower, which means it keeps time. It shows the time. It rings every hour, and it was built in 1859. The name of this tower, this clock tower, is Big Ben. It is a very popular tourist attraction. Next is Machu Picchu in Peru. Peru is located in South America, and Machu Picchu specifically is located in the mountains of Peru. So it is very isolated. There is not many things around it. It is an ancient stone city built by the Inca people. And the Inca people were one of the first peoples on South America. They built lots of great things, such as Machu Picchu, which was the capital of their empire, and they built a long road system to help transport goods. It was hidden for many years, which is why the Spanish colonists or the people from Spain who had come over were not able to find it, and it is very high above sea level. Because it was hidden for many years, this makes it a famous historical site. Now the Niagara Falls, which is in the United States of America and Canada. It is a very large waterfall between two countries. There's very powerful water flow, so the way that the water goes, it's very, very strong. It is, however, loud and it is beautiful to look at, as you can see over here in this picture. Many tourists visit, and you can take a boat which floats on water, and you can get very close to the falls. And this is what is known as a natural landmark, which means it occurs in nature. So now we move on to the Sagrada Familia in Spain. Spain is a country in Europe, and the Sagrada Familia is located in Barcelona, Spain. This is a church. It's very tall, it's very grand. It is a large church, and a church is where people who practice the religion of Christianity go and pray. So the equivalent of a church for Christianity would be temples for Hinduism, for Hindus, or a mosque for Muslim people. It is still being built today. It is always under construction. So if if a person goes there, they will see that it is still being under construction. And it was designed by Antoni Gaudi. There are very tall towers, and towers are long, big, narrow building structures that you can see on top of big buildings like churches. And it is very famous for its art and for its shapes. So the way that it is built. Here is more colorful. It's the Red Square in Russia. And Russia is the largest country in the world because it takes up a lot of Asia along with a little bit of Europe. So it is actually in both of those continents. And it is located in Moscow, Russia. Moscow is the capital of Russia. It is a large open square, as you can see here. So it's 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 a square, and it is surrounded by colorful buildings, giving it the name Red Square because a lot of the buildings there are red. It is important, it is a very important place for events that happen. It is near the Kremlin and it is very popular with visitors. Now we're going to go to the Parthenon in Greece. Greece is a country, it's near Italy. If you remember the Colosseum, it's near Italy. It's in Europe and it's located in Athens, Greece. And Athens is the capital of Greece. It is an ancient temple on a hill because long, long ago, the people in Greece, they were not they didn't follow any of the religions we have today. They were what was known as Hellenistic. So they had many gods, multiple gods, similar to Hinduism. They had Zeus, the god of lightning, which is like Indra, the god of lightning here, I guess. Then they had Poseidon, which was the king of the ocean. They had Athena, which was the goddess of wisdom. They had Aphrodite, which was the goddess of beauty, and so all these different gods, this temple was built in order to honor them. And since this religion was a long, long time ago, it was built over 2,000 years ago. It is made of marble, which is a type of material that is used in buildings. It is very important in Greek history, and it is a symbol of ancient Greece. We're going to skip the video because we have one more left. So this is the Hagia Sophia and is located in Turkey, which is in Europe. It's located in Istanbul, Turkey specifically, and Istanbul is the capital of Turkey. It's a very large historic building. It was once a church for Christians, but now it is a mosque for Muslims. Now it is a museum and a mosque, so Muslims can go worship and pray in it, but tourists can also visit the inside and appreciate the culture and the history, as it is very, very old and it is a symbol of the old Ottoman Empire, which used to be in Turkey. It is very famous for its dome and the minarets, and minarets are small pointed structures. You can see there are 4 minarets around. There's one here, there's one hiding behind, there's one here, and there is one here. It is over 1,000 years old, making it fairly old and historic. Now we have Chichen Itza, and Chichen Itza Um, and Chichen Itza is in Mexico. Chichen Itza is in Mexico. And it is an ancient pyramid city. It was built by the Maya people, used for ceremonies. Sorry. Let me just make sure. Okay. Sorry. Okay. It was built by the Mayan people, and which were another group of people who lived on that place very early. It was used for ceremonies like religious ceremonies. It is a very famous tourist site, and it is one of the new seven wonders of the world, like Christ the Redeemer in Brazil. Next, we have Angkor Wat, which is in Cambodia. Cambodia is a country in Asia, and we're gonna have to skip the video in interest of time. Um, it is a large temple complex built long ago, initially for Hinduism, because Hinduism had spread to Cambodia, but now it is a temple for Buddhism, which also was founded by Siddhartha Gautama or the Buddha. It was built very long ago, as I said, and it is surrounded by a jungle. So lots of trees, lots of wild animals. And what makes this very interesting are the very detailed stone carvings inside the temple. So there are pictures of anything in the stone inside the temple. And it is one of the largest temples in the world. Next is the Brandenburg Gate in Germany. Germany is a country in Europe, near France and England. It is located in Berlin, which is the capital. It is a very historic or old stone gate. It is a symbol of peace and unity, so everybody is getting along with each other. It was built in the 1700s, so not one of the oldest things we've seen here in this slideshow, but it was a famous meeting place and had an important place in German history. Lastly is the Milford Sound in New Zealand. This is located in New Zealand, which is a country off the coast, or off the island of Australia. It is a deep sea inlet